The year was 2016, during the Pokemon Battle Federation's third season, the darkest season in my PBF career. After recovering from a series of losses, I found myself up against an opponent who defeated me earlier in the season. That opponent was none other than Sebby, newcomer to the league, and coach of the undefeated Montreal Monfernos. After witnessing firsthand what he and his team were capable of, I knew my chances of ending his undefeated streak were slim to none. Alas, I fought. My Conkeldurr and Talonflame were instrumental in breaking through his nearly impenetrable walls like Reuniclus and Tangrowth. My team just couldn't keep up with his, however, and I soon found myself with only my trump card remaining. "You can do this, Lapras," I reassured him as he stared down Sebby's Mega Absol. "Dragon Dance!" After a heavy knockoff, my Lapras was able to perform its dance and gain speed and power. We both knew that it wouldn't be enough to outspeed the Mega Absol though. "You have to dance again, Lapras." So once again, Lapras braced itself for the opponent's knockoff, surviving with only a sliver of its life intact, before again gaining more power and speed. Now was the critical moment. Lapras was strong enough to take out the foe at last, but no longer healthy enough to survive a sneaky sucker punch. Would my opponent go for that though, or knock off for the third time? "Your Ice Shard won't knock it out, Lapras. If he goes for knockoff again, he'll beat us. But if you Waterfall and he sucker punches, he'll beat us anyway." It was up to me to decide. With Lapras's fate in my hands, along with the fate of the entire league, I roared, "Lapras, use Ice Shard!" As ice crashed into the Absol, I could only hold my breath as I waited to see if it would counter with a knockoff. The wounded Absol just stood there trembling. His sucker punch had failed. This was it. We'd done it. With one more Ice Shard, Lapras was able to defeat the Mega Absol, leaving only his Scarfed Staraptor, who would also lose to Ice Shard, and Seismitoad, who would lose to my Freeze Dry. This was really it. I'd done it. I was the one to put an end to Sebby's winning streak, I said to myself as he sent out the Staraptor. But then it turned out his Scarf Staraptor had Quick Attack as a way of checking my Talonflame's own priority, so despite being +2 speed, my Lapras got out-prioritized and died to a Quick Attack, causing me to lose the battle, while Sebby went on to keep his perfect record and become the Season 3 champion. Alright, how was that for an intro? Anyway, hey guys, I'm here for my PBF Season 6 Week 10 battle. Like I mentioned, this week I'll be facing Sebby, and he has a pretty monstrous team with Tapu Fini, Megalodios, Ferrothorn, Buzzwole, Gliscor, Magnezone, Alolan Marowak, Sneasel, Porygon Z, who is a Zmon, Staraptor, and Tentacruel. Very, bulky team, and also he's got, breakers that make it kind of, hard to switch into. I say that because the team I'm bringing to use against him is a little different than... I made two versions. One was a little bulkier. The one I'm going with is a little more offensive, because I'm just paranoid when opponents have things like Buzzwole, Alolan Marowak, I guess even Porygon Z, Magnezone, Megalodios, stuff like that. I'm worried about bringing bulky things because I feel like they're just gonna get plowed through anyway and not do anything, so I brought a more offensive team, which I'll quickly go over because I actually already had the battle, so I don't want to inadvertently spoil anything. So here I got a Walk-On Berry Volcanion, primarily for, I guess, Magnezone. Not much to say. I don't have Defog on this or anything, but he does have Fumons that can Defog, so I might try to pressure him to be the one to Defog. Sash Froslass with Spike, Shadow Ball, Ice Beam, and HP Fighting. HP Fighting and Sash similarly to Weavile, it's for Sneasel. AV Torn with Heat Wave, Knockoff, Air Slash, and Icy Wind. You know, Air Slash for Buzzwole, Heat Wave for Pharaoh. I don't really have anything for Fini, but I got Icy Wind for Megalodi, Gliscor, so feeling pretty comfortable with Tornadus, Sash Mamo with Earthquake, Ice Shard, Superpower, And Stealth Rock, again, dual sash on my ice types. See how that goes. Mega Mawile with Fire Fang, Iron Head, Sucker Punch, and Ice Punch. With Intimidate to maybe threaten out Buzzwole or even like Magnezone or Sneasel, I guess. And then finally Scarf Nihilego with Sludge Wave, Power Gem, HP Ground for Magnezone, and Toxic Spikes. Because he does have Tentacruel, as well as a few things unavoidable, but it's for Feeny. Like, if I can set him up before Feeny comes in, it'll come in, get Toxic, then, you know, it's much easier to wear Feeny down. So there's that. Obligatory comment about Staraptor, my nemesis from our first encounter. Well, that was our second encounter. But yeah, I'm just gonna get out of here then, because I don't want to, like I said, spoil anything, so we'll get the battle going. Alright, so looking good, so I'm just gonna accept. As no Feeny, surprisingly, but he does have the Staraptor of legend, so that's a bit scary. Everything else I feel I adequately prepped for. I almost want to lead Volcanion, because it doesn't lead too badly, but if he leads with something like Scarf Staraptor, it's no good. So, kind of want to lead Medusa. It only really doesn't do well against Magneton or Zone, and I don't know if he would lead that. He might, expecting one of my ice types. I don't want my Medusa to get trapped and like die, so I don't think I want to lead that. I'll switch to that if he leads Staraptor. Well, maybe. I'll lead Volcanion regardless, as he led Sneasel. Pretty comfortable here. This thing's not about to hit me with a Z-Dig, so yeah, I mean, I don't think. He might knock off here. Steam Eruption actually doesn't kill, so I gotta go for Flamethrower. As a Lottie comes out, that does a solid amount of damage. Okay, I guess it's... So he's probably like offensive. Okay. I'll go out to Torn, because I'm kind of fearing an Earthquake. I guess Thunderbolt could happen too, or just hard Psyshock. I don't have U-turn, it seems. Now, I'm debating attacking this thing, but I would lose my Torn. But looking at his team, I don't know how useful Torn really is. It's always useful to have, but like, I don't switch well into Latios. If I go in like with Medusa versus a Psyshock, I'm gonna get punished. I think I'll do it. We'll see if he even stays in. He went for Roost, okay, so that actually turned out not so bad. Especially considering I got an Intimidate, so even if he does have something like Earthquake, you know, it's pretty good. I believe I'll Ice Punch. I could also switch to something like Volcanion, which I think is actually better. But if he stays in, that could be bad. I don't think he'll stay in. No, he went Ferrothorn. I made the play. I was like, wait a minute. So this is pretty good. His Lottie has Roost, so we'll have to keep that in mind. I'll Flamethrower again, right back out to Latios, like, just playing safe at this point. I get a burn. Not much I can say about that. I almost Steam Eruptioned, so I would have probably gotten a burn anyway, but went for the safe play and ended up working for me. So now if he had a physical attack, it won't really matter too much. And I'm actually kind of tempted to try to 1v1 this thing. I'm not sure how much a Psyshock will be doing, but I really want to keep this thing healthy, so I'll just go back to my Mawile on the Psyshock. And I think now I will fire off an Ice Punch, because I was worried more about Magnezone, but oh, Helmet Ferrothorn, yikes. I kind of have to avoid hazards at all costs, so I'm gonna go for this Fire Fang and take the outrageous damage. Now my sashes remain intact, so I don't think any of his other mons get hazards, so seemed like a worth it trade in my opinion. I am gonna lose this here, but I do shave off a nice 45 off this Magnezone, so can't complain there. And I could actually go out to Volcanion. Like, I don't want to. I could go Mamo because I'm sashed, so I'll survive anyway. I think that's the better play. I was gonna go Volcanion because if he's scarfed, then I'll resist that. But he can just go right back out to Latios, and we'll be in the same boat that we're in right now. So I think I'd rather do this. Just Quake. As Buzzwole comes out. And I'll just go out to my my Tornadus. That doesn't tell me anything about his Magnezone. I mean, it tells me he's probably not scarfed. Very solid Ice Punch there. Surprised he went for that when I had this Volcanion, but he did it. Now I think I gotta make a play and go for... Nah, Buzzwole's too big of a threat. I gotta just Flamethrower it. What'd he reveal? Psyshock and Roost. Froslass doesn't really, Hard Draco Meteor, okay. I think at this point it's worth risking the tie. What's better? Ice Beam, Shadow Ball. Just Beam. As Magnezone comes out, we'll see if this thing is scarfed. These both do the same. I guess I'll just HP Fighting, knock out the Magnezone, so that's nice. Sneasel comes out. Probably gonna go for Pursuit. I don't really have a switch in, so I'll just do this as no Cursed Body, so I think now I can go back to Volcanion and Sledge Wave. Watch this be the one turn he actually stays in instead of going Lottie. You know, he'll probably do that because Lottie is a bit weakened. I don't know if he'll... Let me think this through. No, Knockoff shouldn't do hit KO me regardless, so I'm comfortable with this. I don't need my Walk-On Berry because his Magnezone's out of there, so... And if I can weaken this thing, I can start positioning myself with Nihilego to maybe put in a bit of work. So he went Hard Star after. Play I was never anticipating. I'll just Flamethrower right now as Brave Bird isn't able to knock me out. This will pick up a kill. Latios comes out, and I think I just want to keep this thing low. He revealed Roost, Draco, and Psyshock. What's the odds his last move is Calm Mind? Actually should definitely save this. But if his Buzzwole is speedy, it'll outspeed me anyway, so I think I'd rather keep him low. That did 24 damage, you guys. I think Flamethrower did more. This just got dangerous. Okay, I think it's time to go Mamo. I thought that would do like 40 to 50%. I think Rock... No. I think, yeah, no. Sneasel? Why did he go Sneasel on Mamo? I don't get... Unless he was expecting my switch, my double, and wanted to capitalize. I don't understand that at all. Now I think I actually have to play around a little. Low kick is an option though, so I'm not gonna play riskily with that. I'll get up my rocks here, break a potential sash. So there's Buzzwole. I can't believe he didn't go Buzzwole last turn. If this is sub, I'm in a bit of trouble, I think. I think I lose regardless. Okay, so I'm gonna be able to get some damage off. He revealed Superpower and Ice Punch. Let's see. Leech Life. Okay, so if he's Assault Vest, that will, of course, matter. Sludge Wave does 71 to 84. How much does it do to Sneasel? Power Gem does 60 to 70. I gotta see how much it does to Sneasel. Sludge Wave does 77. Should come in at 75. Okay, I think Sludge Wave is the play. I think I might have this, unless it's Scarfed Sneasel. Wait, I forgot. I thought this thing was way lower on health. Oh my gosh, and I lost because of that. Bro, I thought this thing was at like 50%. I am speechless. I don't ever remember this thing recovering that much. Well, you know, we're not even going to talk about it. Good game, Sebby. That's just otherworldly, though. I don't know, had that turn gone the way I expected it to, if that would have changed anything. I don't even remember. Like, he doubled to, what was it, Sneasel instead of Buzzwole on my Mamo. Yeah, I don't even know. If he had speed, it might have been weird. And based on the calc, it did. My Nihilego did. He probably had a bunch of speed investment, so I doubt that would have changed anything. But I'm still in shock that this Latios was this healthy at that point in the game, because like that was the game plan, just boost up with Nihilego and then sweep. But this Latios literally came back. It's like it had regen. So I'm gonna stop talking about this now. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing it, but that does make it a little sketchy for my playoff contention, but hopefully we'll pull back after this. So thank you guys for watching, and look forward to next week.